Hi, I'm Bart Hanson. I'm the owner and lead instructor for CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record every Mondays at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time. If you enjoy the channel, please hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Turn notifications on and you will get an email link with this full episode. And if you want to submit to this show, take a look at the information in the description.
This is a 2-3 live 9-handed game in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and the buy-in is 2 to 600, so it's a little deeper than some, but it plays a lot like a 2-5.
Okay, 200 to 600 buy-in.
Yes.
Okay.
The standard open in this game had been $15 to $20, or if there was a straddle, anywhere from 25 to 35.
15 to 20 at straight.
15
to 20 at straight 2-3, basically.
Yeah.
That's a good sized game because it's just playing like an LA 5-5. This is where people don't understand that the blind size in games isn't necessarily relevant. It's more the open size, right?
Yeah.
So because I played in these fucking Red Rock games where these guys are opening to $15 at 2-5, killing me. All right, so 200 to 600 and 2-3 no limit. Okay, and how deep are you guys?
There's two main villains in the hand, and I'm about 1K effective with the hijack and about 1.3K effective with under the gun 2.
Okay.
So there's 3 limps to hero who over limps on the button with black 4s. There'd been some limp 3 betting in this game, and I also like to over limp hands that are too strong to fold and weak to raise, in my opinion. So I definitely wasn't going to raise.
So how deep you cover everyone? Is that what it is? Or your 1400 is the largest stack?
I don't cover everyone, but I cover everyone in this hand.
So 1400. Okay. Yep.
So yeah, 3 limps. I over limp, and the button folds, and the blind's complete. So we are 6 ways to a flop, and the flop is 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, 6 of clubs.
Hold on, I'm just missing something. You're on the button, right? 3 limps, you over limp the button, blind's complete, right? Is that right?
No, I'm cut off.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say button folded. All right, 3 limps, Kiro over limps cut off, 4 spades, 4 clubs, blind's complete. So it's like 5 ways, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the flop again? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, 6 of clubs.
3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, 6 of clubs. So you got middle set. Okay.
Yeah, middle set on a very wet board.
Yep.
Under the gun checked. Under the gun 2 bets $20, and hijack calls pretty quickly. I raise it to 80. It folds back to under the gun 2, who thinks about it for just a little bit and calls.
Yep.
And then hijack tanks for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and ships it all in for about 1,000.
For 1,000 total.
Yeah, into a roughly $200 pot.
And you said the plus 2 has like what, 1,200 left, or is it 800?
No, the plus 2 has around 1,300 to start the hand.
I don't think we're too concerned about the plus 2 here. from this action. I mean, plus 2 bets 20.
Well, generally I'm not.
Yeah, okay, so you over limp, it goes 5 ways. 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, 6 of clubs. You've got black 4s for middle set. Plus 2 bets 20. Hijack calls. You raise.
Yes.
Right?
80.
Hijack calls. Hero to 80. Sorry, I didn't write this out. So hero raises to 80. Plus 2 calls, and then the hijack moves all in for 1,000 total. So this is a back raise, basically. And what is a back raise is 20 call, you raise. And now somebody who has called the bet now re-raises. It's a back raise. That is a back raise. So it's a definition of a back raise. Now, back raises are usually pretty strong. 3, 4, 6, the straights out there, right, are 5, 7. And a hand like 5 deuce. You have middle set here. I don't know if a guy is going to back raise all in with bottom set. So if he had 5-7 here, so it looks like you're getting, well, the pot's going to be, 8160, like 175. You're not getting very good pot odds, right? Like it's like
Oh no,
1200,
terrible
900 for
pot
you to
odds.
it's like 1200, 900 for you to call, or 1100, 900 for you to call, something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
right around that.
yeah, I mean, you're going to have in like the mid 40% equity here. And the only and again, I go back, I don't know if you listen to that first call. Here's the problem is that especially if this guy is playing some 5-7 offsuit types of hands here, um, or a 5 deuce suited, I could see like somebody occasionally making this play with like ace 5 of hearts, but very, very occasionally, like some sort of big draw, or like 6-5 of hearts. But you have to understand that it's going to be at a small frequency. So even if you were to put in 2 or 3 combinations of gigantic combo draws that, by the way, probably have 40% equity against you anyways. Let's call it 30% equity. Just again, we'll do a little stove. Let's say that the gigantic combos have 30% equity against you. I actually think that they have more. There might only be like 1 or 2 of those combos, but there could be like as many as like 10 straights. So if there's as
Yeah.
many as like 10 straights, and if you have a set and you're against a straight, you are about, I would say, well, we've got 7 outs and then 10 outs. I would say you're probably you have 33% equity. So it's like you're looking at 10 times having 33% equity, and then maybe like 2 times having, 70% equity. We'll reduce that down to 5 and 1, and you would say, well, 5 times, um, 5 times 30 is 150. And then the one time that you have 70, that's 220 divided by 6 would be about 35, 36% equity. I don't think that you have the equity here. Plus, if you were to add in pocket sixes as a hand, listen, I am not a huge proponent of like folding sets, at these levels, but this is a very, very unique type of thing where it's a back raise all in. So it is one of these things where if I didn't know the guy, if I had just like was rolling into Council Bluffs to do part of my challenge and this action happened and the guy didn't seem like a maniac, I think I might find a fold here. It's very, very hard. I'm not going to fold top set. Usually middle set is my cusp, like on a straightening board, where it's like, oh, can you fold middle set on a straightening board? Bottom set gets easier to fold when there's multiple combinations of straights out here on the flop. And then top set, I think it's probably a mistake to fold because people can be overplaying other hands. But this is a back raise. It's not like bet, raise, 3-bet, and the guy just moves all in. It's a back raise, which is really strong. It is interesting that he's taking such a huge sizing, almost like, why would he do this with that? But still, like even if you had an equal part, if you literally had like honestly, the combo draws I think are actually more like 40%. So if you had an equal part of combo draws where you had 60% equity, and then he had a straight where you had like 30% equity. If it was equal, yeah, you'd have about 45% equity, right? 60 and 30 divided by 2 is 45, but it's not equal, and you're getting terrible pot odds. So that's why I think I might find a fold here.
Yeah, I think I agree with you if this were an unknown game and an unknown player.
Yeah.
A small backstory here is that I started playing around March, and I have a reputation of being a nit who is pretty easy to push around at times.
Uh-huh.
And I know this player knows this, and I've seen him. I mean, he's tried to push me around before and just bet me out of a pot. He could do this. I mean, he's a good aggressive player. He could be doing this with pocket fives, ace 9 of hearts.
Really as a back race? Now, again, if you, this is one of these things where I had, previous caller, Brian, Detroit Poker, where I said, well, if you put these other hands in there, like fives and a lot of this combo draws, yeah, well, then it becomes a call. But I mean, we all know, I think at this point, a lot of callers understand the map that I'm going through. So it's more of what have I seen in my 15 years of playing professionally does this represent? And it would be way out there. I feel like if a guy were to back raise all in with pocket fives here, or a hand like ace 9 of hearts, I could be wrong, but I mean, it's got to be a huge deviation. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah,
Did you end up calling?
I did end up calling. I
Uh-huh.
thought about it for just a minute, and I just decided that I was going to be pushed around this hand. In worst case scenario, I had decent equity.
Uh-huh.
And then the nice surprising thing was Under the Gun 2 shipped behind me.
Okay.
So he reshipped for about 1,300, and obviously at this point I have to call.
Yeah.
I've got 1,000 in there. I'm not folding for 300 more.
Right.
And on this particular hand, I really ran into it. Under the Gun 2 flips over 5-7 of clubs.
Oh, so he's doing the ultimate slow play. That's interesting. Yeah.
And the hijack flips over 5-7 of hearts.
Wow, so you're up against the nuts and the nuts. Actually, you get both money in here. You're probably not in bad shape now, right? Because you're getting 2-1 on your money. You get them both. The only problem is that
30%.
Yeah, the only problem is
pot.
Yeah, the only problem is the 6 of hearts is no good for you, right?
Yeah,
here.
He has a straight flush.
Yeah, yeah. So did you make it?
Well, it was about the craziest hand I've ever been in. The turn was the 5 of spades, and the river was the 7 of spades.
Oh, so you chopped it 3 ways. Wow.
Yeah, it ended up being a 3-way chop.
Wow. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know what's funny is that that's almost like you were you almost realized your equity basically. Right? You got all the money in and you won 1/3 of the pot. And that was basically what your equity was. And I bet you know what's funny is I bet you the other guys got pissed, but if you were to run that a bunch, like actually, what would the tie equity is tough to do, but would it be 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 then for everybody's equity? It would be a little. I don't know if they got shorted a little bit because they're basically chopping your money. No, because they're winning. You know, they did get the short end of the stick a little bit because they would win their money back. They should be winning 1/6 of the pot from you plus their money back. I'm not gonna get into it, but you realize close to your equity. But that's interesting.
I put the cards into a website that's supposed to tell you the equities and all, and it said that I had about a little over 30% equity to win the hand outright.
Right. I appreciate the call. Thank you very much. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA200. Click on the link right there.